What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having a good evening. I certainly am. Just a little update on what I'm up to. Tomorrow I will be getting my CPR certification and my AED certification so I can get started as a certified personal trainer so I could, have some financial freedom, have some freedom in my life and quit this fucking job I'm at right now and move forward in my life. But I want to talk a little bit about why I am where I am right now. A few years ago, I would have never thought that I'd be working at a fucking supermarket in the town I grew up in. Seeing people that I went to high school with. Seeing people that at this point I should have passed in life. I mean, straight up, that's just the truth. And in this video, I'm going to share some pretty intimate shit. I'm going to share some pretty personal things that, quite frankly, are really embarrassing. And quite frankly, this is the first time I've ever talked about this in my life. I've never told anybody this in my life. So you guys are the first to ever hear this. And I want to talk about a few things that I'm very embarrassed to talk about, but happened to me. And that I experienced in my life. And I want you guys to maybe learn from this and maybe relate to this. So as you guys know, several a couple years ago, I developed a bit of a drug problem in Cambodia with opiates and benzos, and then I came back to America and I was clean for a long time. I was clean for a while, and then I ended up traveling again. I didn't leave the country, but I went to Oregon for like a month, smoked a shitload of weed out there. Whatever, and then I went to Maine. I experienced some of the darkest times of my life in Maine. I'm going to talk about that. Now, I lived with this trainee in Maine, and I mean that with the utmost respect, because this person referred to themselves as a trainee. But this person also had access to drugs, hard drugs, like, amphetamines, benzos, LSD, MDMA, shit like that. And one of my jobs up there was I was a caregiver. I was an in-home caregiver for this elderly trans person who was disabled, and they were in a motorized wheelchair. And in her room, she had a lot of OxyContin, she had a lot of hydrocodone, shit like that. Just opioids, and she had a lot of Valium, and Valium is my drug of choice, everybody, as a lot of you know, otherwise known as diazepam. But anyways, I would steal drugs from this person. When I would go make her bed, I would steal 20 milligrams of OxyContin. And then as I was about to leave, I'd be like, wait, I want some more. Because 20 isn't enough. Let me get 30. So I would do that.
Bye, Brayton. See you later.
All that shit.
Thanks for your help. You're such a gem, Brayton. You're such a gem. I just love you here. Oh, my God.
Nice person, but a lot of access to drugs. So anyways, there came a point where most of the people I was around were trans. There were transgender people, at least self-proclaimed transgender people, and these people like to do drugs. And how should I put this? Basically, there was a point where in the mornings I would do Adderall. I would do not just a little bit, but I would do a lot. I would do enough to the point where it was like meth, where I was rolling on it. I was high. I was actually high on it. And in the evenings I would do Valium, and I would do OxyContin. And this was most days of the week I would do this. Most days of the week. And then I would do LSD a lot too. So there were times where I'd do Adderall, LSD, Valium, OxyContin, and a lot of weed at the same time, at the same fucking time. And I would do, I would go for like 2 days just rolling and tripping. And I can't believe I, was doing this shit, man. And I went through some real dark places in my head, dude. There was a point where I started to think that maybe I was trans. That old No Joke over here was trans, maybe. Because I was around a lot of trans people. I was on drugs, and a lot of drugs completely rewire your brain. They do, and it took me a long time. Like, I've been clean now for a long time. I've been clean for like 6 months now, so I'm totally fine. I'm not trans, of course, but there was a point where, I was watching sissy porn. You guys know what sissy porn is? It's where you're basically a girl, and you're getting fucked by guys, and like you're a woman. In the porn, it's called sissy porn. And like feminization porn, pardon me. And I used to watch that a lot, and that's all I could get off to. That's all I could get off to was sissy porn and feminization porn. And I had to be a girl in order for me to come. And this is like really embarrassing for me to talk about. This is like, I'm dead serious. Like, this is really hard. Like, I've never told anybody this shit. And the reason I'm doing this is because I feel like I should, because it would be good for me to get this off my chest, and it would be good for people to learn what drugs can do to you, man. Dude, I used to be so fucking on top of my shit. I had my life in such good order when I moved to Cambodia. I had my life in tip-top shape. I was in pristine physical condition. I was training to be a professional kickboxer. I was running my own business. I was, I had friends. I was not on drugs. I didn't jerk off this fucking sissy porn. It was so. And then I go from that to this, not this now, but where I was in Maine, and there was a point where like I shaved my body down, and I would go on Grindr, and I didn't meet anybody, but I almost did, where like I was gonna let like these older like daddy type guys make a girl out of me. And I was high, like I was on drugs, like I was on Adderall, I would be on opiates and shit, and it fucked up my brain to where I thought maybe I was like I wanted to be a girl, maybe. And this is like, again, this is really hard for me to say, man. So when you're on drugs combined with the wrong company, man, that is a recipe for fucking disaster. Like, it's one thing to be a drug addict by yourself, but when you're a drug addict with people who sell you drugs and people who encourage you to be like them, when you know deep down that that's not who you are. I can't believe I made it out of there alive, because I combined so many different drugs together that I don't know how I didn't OD and die, dude. I'm dead serious, man. There was a point where I checked myself into a crisis center there, and I ended up staying in this emergency room crisis unit for like 5 days, and I was loaded up on these pills to keep me calm and like not do anything crazy. And then I get out, and then I go back to this elderly trans person's house to do more work or whatever. And one of the first things they asked me, they get the bottle of Valium, like,
"Oh, so you want some Valium? Oh, do you want some Valium?"
And they were like,
Oh, that's right. You had a problem with it. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
So this motherfucker knew that I was just in the fucking emergency room for almost a week for Valium, and then they offer me Valium. So what does that say? These people are not my fucking friends. Alright, so that's the lesson to be learned, man. If you all do drugs in your life, First of all, you got to stop. But the biggest thing that is going to prevent you from stopping is the company that you keep. If you hang out with people that do drugs and like to party a lot and don't value their mental health, because dude, this sissy porn that I was watching, this type of pornography was very psychologically damaging for me, and it still has fucked me up in my head. I'm sure you guys can imagine. It's really fucked me up, man. And that shit's real, man. Porn and drugs and the wrong people in my life has like led me to a very weird spot. You know? And I'm just keeping it real with everybody, man. That is what has happened to me. And it's happened to a lot of other people too. Like porn addiction and drugs have ruined good people. Now, I'm not saying that I'm ruined forever, but I'm saying that it did fuck me up, and I think it still kind of fucked up my head. To be honest, man. I know it's just porn, but porn is a drug. It really is a drug, because you crave it, like you want to see it, you want to get it. And then you're like, oh, what did I just do? Oh no! And then 5 minutes later, you want to do it again. You want to do it again. You just want to keep busting nuts to this fucked up, just psychologically damaging pornography, man. You know, so I experienced the same thing in Cambodia, like with drug friends. Like, we would be partying all night. We'd have the best time. These intimate connections, these spiritual, these like borderline spiritual connections, and then when the drugs wore off and the sun rose, you didn't have shit to say to each other. You had nothing to talk about, man. So drug friends are easy to come by, man, but real friends, this shit's damn near impossible, dude. That shit's damn near impossible, man. So I know that I have a lot of fans and whatever you want to call yourselves, viewers, followers, whatever it is. And a lot of you guys do drugs and you're not living up to your full potential. You're not living up to your full potential, and that's fucked up. And I think that a large reason for that is you have no support group. You have no people in your life that are a positive influence. And these people who can be a positive influence in your life can be internet people. It could be me. You know, for me, I have people like Joe Rogan. I listen to certain podcasts that help influence me in a positive way. Some of you guys watch me for positive, for like positive direction in your life. I hope, and the other reason that people get stuck on drugs is because the company that they do keep influence them to keep doing that. They don't value your health. They don't value your psychological health, your physical health, your well-being. They just want to keep the fucking party going. So that's the point of this video, guys, is that drugs are a short-term solution to a never-ending problem. And that never-ending problem is your life. So as long as you're alive, you will have problems. And if you are going to rely on drugs to make reality less painful, then guess what? You're fucked. There is no happy ending to drug abuse. There is no happy ending unless you quit. That's it. It's going to destroy your mind, your body. It's going to devastate your family. My family was absolutely devastated when they saw me the way I was in Maine and in Cambodia. Anyways, guys, let me show you just a couple of my paintings right here. Just the end. I do like to paint. Hope you guys like it. This one's called It's Cold Outside. Hope you guys like it. This one here is called Christmas Eve 2015. I painted this. And these paintings are for sale. And they're going for $100 a pop. And I can send them anywhere to you guys in the United States. And I accept money for my GoFundMe campaign called Brayton Gets Hand Surgery, and that is for me to help me get my hand fixed. It is broken, and I'm trying to do that. I'm obviously working hard every single day, and I'm actually about to pay off my fucking passport finally. So I am making my own money, but I do appreciate any fan support. And if you guys want to buy my paintings, I have so many more to offer that it's just a way for me to give back. You know, it's a way for me to give back. And I also accept donations via PayPal. If you guys want to check out my other artwork, it's on Instagram too, at Brayton Howard. You guys want to shoot me an email, you guys want me to read an email on my live streams, then shoot me an email, guys. nojokestriking@gmail.com. Bitches. Follow me on Facebook, guys. Facebook.com/nojokeHoward. My GoFundMe link, PayPal, email, Instagram, Facebook, that'll all be in the description box below, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This was very hard for me to talk about, but I hope that you guys can take some notes and take some advice and try to improve your life and or avoid those mistakes that I made. So I'm putting it out there for everybody to know. You guys can make fun of me for it. You guys can respect me for it. Either way, I don't really give a fuck, man. I'm just getting it off my chest to help myself feel better, and hopefully you guys too. Peace.